Every year, there's one first-round series that just feels off. It's too stacked, too explosive. It doesn't feel like April, it feels like June. This much star power in round 1, yet someone clearly messed up the script because the winner of the series isn't just surviving. They could be lifting the Western Conference trophy. So which matchup are we talking about? Well, you probably already know.
I don't know.
Nuggets, Clippers, round 1. But how big could this really be? Well, let me explain. Imagine both teams hit their maximum potential. I'm talking full health, stars aligned, rotations tight, role players locked in. Meanwhile, OKC's youth shows just enough inexperience in round 2 to tip the scales, and suddenly the path to the finals isn't a pipe dream, it's right there. But before any of that happens, one of these teams has to survive what might be the nastiest series in the entire bracket, so let's get into it.
Let's go!
The biggest wildcard in this series for both teams is health, and I'm going to start with the Clippers. If this version of Kawhi Leonard is here to stay, then yeah, the whole league is shaking in their boots. His performance in Game 82 against the Warriors was vintage Kawhi. I haven't seen him move like that since his Spur days, and he was doing it against Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. Now that version of Kawhi, that's a problem.
One starters on the floor, that's Wiggins. Long three, Leonard good. He's got 28.
He's exactly the kind of top 10 player every team needs if they want a real shot at a ring, but hey, it's not just him. James Harden has quietly and finally figured out how to thrive as a second option. There's no pressure to be the guy, just playmaking, spacing, and picking his spots. The playoff flameouts, yeah, those happened when he had to carry the load, but this version of Harden is Robin to this Batman, and that's dangerous. And it gets better or worse depending on who you're rooting for, because Ivica Zubac is having the best season of his career. 17 points, 13 boards a night, shooting 63% from the field and anchoring the paint like a guy who just discovered he's the third best center in the league. All defense consideration isn't even a reach anymore. That is a formidable big three. Add them a deep, capable roster and a legit great basketball coach, and you have a very dangerous team. But across the court, there's a 3-time MVP, a championship pedigree, and one massive question mark. But before we talk about the Nuggets, we're going to take a quick break in the action to ask you to hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the run so far. We're just getting started, and your support helps us go the full 7-game series.
Oh my god! Wow!
Alright, now let's talk Denver. As for the Nuggets, it all comes down to one question. Which version of Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon are we going to get? Because when they're right, Denver looks unbeatable, but this year, it's been a roller coaster. Gordon's missed over 30 games. Murray's played more, but even when he's out there, it's been a mixed bag. Some flashes of 2023 playoff Murray, and some games where you forget he's even on the floor. Now, yes, they've still got Nikola Jokic, the best offensive big man ever, maybe. The man is a walking 30-point triple-double. You can write it in ink, hand it to your grandma, and still sleep easy knowing it's gonna come. But against this Clippers team, with Kawhi locked in, Zubac protecting the paint like it's his personal territory, and Harden actually thriving in a secondary role, Jokic is going to need help. And I mean real help, because here's the reality. Denver doesn't have a bench. How bad is it? Well, they literally fired the coach and GM over their second unit opinions. The GM wanted it to be rookies, the coach wanted it to be vets, and that's not a metaphor.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
That's a press release. Michael Porter Jr., Christian Braun, they're solid. They're not the problem, but they're not carrying this series either. If Denver wants to get past this brutal first-round matchup and then maybe deal with a loaded OKC squad, they need Murray to take control early. Not the still searching for his shot version, but 2023 playoff Murray. attacking, efficient, and locked into the two-man game with Jokic. And Gordon, he's got to get back to his 2023 form too, controlling the baseline, catching lobs, crashing the glass, hitting open threes, and being a defensive menace. Because Jokic is going to show up, that's a guarantee. But if he's going to drag this squad back to the finals, he can't be dragging bodies behind him to do it. So yeah, this isn't just a round one battle, it might be a preview of the Western Conference's biggest threat. The only question left is, who wins?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Well, to me, I'm leaning Clippers in 6. I can't believe I'm going against Jokic, but the Clippers closed the season 18-3, and the balance they've shown on both ends, to me, it's just too much. Especially with Denver looking like Jokic and 4 guys flipping a coin on whether they show up. But before we get too comfortable writing off the Nuggets, there's one major variable we always have to account for. Kawhi Leonard's health. If his body decides it's had enough, it's Nuggets in 7, and I'm acting like I never said any of this. But no matter who wins, this series could trigger a chain reaction that flips the entire playoff picture. Because somewhere in the West, there's a team quietly lurking, and they might just set the whole postseason on fire. Hit the full Western Conference breakdown video to find out who, and hey, before you click away, drop a like and subscribe. We're building something truly magical here, and your support really matters. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.